Alright, hello everybody. Want to do another video, and this is going to be a primer on female nature. Wow, can you believe that? And I just wrote it down a few things on my notes here, and I'm going to use them in point form. And it's basically some words and definitions that everybody should know. And again, this comes out of personal experience of mine, and also a lot of study in psychology ever since my university days. So here it goes. Men are led to believe in a lot of romantic notions about women. One of the biggest disappointments that men will face and will be enlightened to the hard way, will learn it the hard way, is that women are incapable of love, at least not in the true sense of romantic love. And again, that's social conditioning that all males are subjected to, and of course there was a lot of variety of purpose for doing that to men. And that's basically to keep them in a family situation throughout history. Keep them captive, that is. Firstly, women pick their partners very strategically. Love at first sight is not possible for a woman. They're incapable of it. Whatever you were led to believe, or whatever is presented in the movies or entertainment or in books or whatever it may be, it's really not possible. Men, on the other hand, are in desperate need for validation. All right. Again, men were led to believe that their whole masculinity is shadowed, or it's displayed by their success with females, and also their success in holding down a family and actually establishing a family situation. So if you don't do that, you're simply not a man, right? And you're going to be ridiculed, you're going to be ostracized, you're going to be rejected, you're going to be subject to gossip, you may even be called gay, who knows, right? All those things. And so you got two things going on here. Women are incapable of love, and men are desperate for validation for being masculine by conquering women, by acquiring women, by acquiring a life partner which they then are expected to serve. So when you put these two together, men are going one way and the women are going another way, and it's just a recipe of this, recipe for disaster. It's not like both are in search of love. It's not like both are in search of emotional closeness, and that is pretty well enough. No, that's enough for the male, but not for the female. So obviously you have an incongruence of aspirations, and the ultimate result that both are looking for is very, very different. So that you come to the point of compatibility, and you've already realized that it is not possible. It is physically and naturally dictated by nature impossible. So it is basically forced. It is basically forced or indoctrinated within the male and female, that they can be very much so compatible. And that is a lie. It's not possible. And look at the statistics. They tell you that it is not, that there's no compatibility between males and females. A woman will never do anything or put any effort into anything which does not directly serve her as a woman, serve her specifically, or the female collective. The very first thing a woman does is to evaluate the male, not fall in love with the male, but evaluate the male based on a list, a checklist, all right? And this happens anywhere that men and women may meet, be it online, be it at work, be it at the supermarket, in a parking lot, wherever. Friends introducing them, whatever it is. The woman starts immediately to evaluate. And it is not the evaluation is not based on the same criteria that a man evaluates a woman. She evaluates the man based on what she will gain from him. This is why every guy has experienced complete invisibility by a variety of women, or you can even say by most women. Now this is independent of what you look like, how talented you are. That is way down the list. She is evaluating you on what she can get from you, or what she can get you to give her or provide for her. Regardless of your looks, your personality, your talents, and your character. Those are all lower on the list. The bottom line is that what's important is what the woman will gain, or how much you are capable of being molded to do what she wants to do with you. Just think about it as a dollhouse. A girl is playing with a dollhouse and she's putting the Ken doll wherever she wants to. Well, that's what you are. Now, men have been taught otherwise. Men have been taught that, and this is the big lie, of course, right? That women are pure, they're innocent, they're selfless, they're caring, they're compassionate, and they want harmony. That's a pure lie, because a woman like that is capable of love, and that's not what a woman is in reality. She will not do anything or talk to any man if she determines that she will not gain sufficiently, if there is no possibility of her manipulating that man into doing what she wants in that dollhouse. It's simply a business decision, and there is no lust, and there is no love involved. She's not going to gain anything from lust or love. All right? This is how a woman processes the whole mating game, the mating strategy. Very different from a man. That's why, if a man is on a dating site or even driving on the street, looks outside and he goes, "Holy crap, I'm in love." Yeah, it's instant. That's not how a woman functions. In fact, if you sincerely disclose that to her, that I looked at you and I fell in love with you, she'll think that you're crazy. You're either lying, or you're crazy, or you're a creep, because they're not able to feel emotions deeply. Again, deep emotions will not get her anywhere. This is a strategy for survival. It's it has been developed over thousands of years. Uh, the human animal has developed this through throughout history, and it's based on nature, based on physics, and lust and love is not going to ensure the survival of herself and her offspring. It's her offspring that she is actually loyal to, not to her mate. This is another fact that men are not made aware of, especially young men. As we get older, we painfully become aware of this after we've been through the through hell and back. We learn the hard way. But young men, of course, are not taught this, right? So women have no capacity for love. Love is a sham, a social scam on men. It's to fool you, it's to deceive you, it's to make you enter the trap. What they tell us is that if we sacrifice ourselves, we will be loved. Love is the reward, but it's not. Love is not ensured by the woman. And in many cases, maybe most cases, there is no love. The most fundamental difference between women is that they are incapable of love and even leave physical attraction way down on their list of importance. Men have deeper emotions and are capable of much more emotional attachment, much closer, much deeper, much tighter emotional attachments. That's why men usually get very hurt when a relationship is cut short by the woman. For women, a man is quite arbitrary and is dehumanized. A man is dehumanized. Instead of being valued for what they are able, they are valued for only what they are able to and willing to provide for her and her offspring. Once the woman finds this man who she seems adequate, he will suffice, and she will choose him for the time being. All right? There is no promise of how long that will be. Again, it's another thing that the woman determines. She is the gatekeeper. She is the decision maker. It's the woman that picks. You see, some men are trying to act tough and pretend that they're in control and they're picking the women. No, they're not. It doesn't matter what you look like. It's always the woman that picks. So a woman will choose what she determines is going to be beneficial to her, or who is going to be beneficial to her for the time being. And in exchange, what is claimed or implied is that the woman will give him her heart. Wow. Not bad, eh? For the long term, indefinitely. Well, will she give him her heart? and for how long. When a woman says long term, what she really means is as long as she decides to stay in the relationship. This means as long, in quotation marks, as she can still extract whatever she needs from this male, and or until she finds a better candidate or situation to replace him with. Therefore, a man is by definition for a woman both disposable and replaceable. Doesn't sound very good, does it? For a woman, the other point to consider is that for a woman, everything is in the context of the present. Okay, they don't have much ability for foresight. It's how they're feeling. It's their feelings and in the present. In the now. If she's being served adequately now, it's basically, is she getting what she and the female collective decide that she deserves to get? That's the measure by which your disposability and replaceability is determined. Again, is she getting what she deserves as determined and dictated by the female collective? Well, then you say, you ask the question, what is it that women want to gain? What is it that they're after? And of course, superficially, every guy who has got some understanding is going to say that they want money. They're looking for money. Well, not really. There's something even better than money. Something more indirect and something more permanent. Because money comes and goes. You know, you take a billionaire like Donald Trump. I mean, he could have money one day and next day he could be bankrupt. And he was bankrupt. And that pretty well goes for everybody. Money is fleeting. Comes and goes. So most people think it's resources like money. But not necessarily, and not directly money. The most valuable utility a woman can receive is commitment. With commitment also comes complete fidelity on the part of the male. Which is sexual faithfulness to one particular female. Wow, it's not asking for much, is it? No. Commitment means that you will build a nest with her and you will serve her indefinitely. Did you sign up for that? You do realize that your male nature is not about that, right? Your male nature, you were built to inseminate as many women as you can possibly find and conquer, right? That's your male nature. Your male nature is to have parallel relationships, not monogamy. Okay? But you are made to feel dirty and sick